We believe that electric vehicle sales will shoot up from 2.2 million units last year to 40 million in 2025. It just tells us that the exponential growth trajectory is in place. And given the way China is subsidizing, we could be conservative. I've been amazed at the way that Elon Musk and team have been able to work around the chip shortage, because it's not just the most sophisticated chips, it's microcontrollers. So they've been their ingenuity has been at work in terms of substitution.
Hey, I'm Stephen and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm reacting to some brand new comments from Cathie Wood, who's just said she's even more bullish on Tesla and Tesla stock than ever before and expects to see the stock 4x in value to $3,000 per share in her base case. And as you heard in the intro there, ARK Invest are also estimating that around half of all new vehicle sales will be electric in 2025. And if you stick around till the end of today's video, I have a fresh installment of, you guessed it, comments from the haters. So let's get into it. If you love crypto, stocks, and free stuff, or just want to help out the channel, check out these great offers. BlockFi are launching the world's first Bitcoin rewards credit card. People in the US can earn 1.5% Bitcoin back on every purchase with no annual fee using the BlockFi Bitcoin rewards credit card. Check out the link in the description. And for a limited time, you can get up to $250 in crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $300 just for opening an account. And if you make an initial deposit of $5 or more, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $2,000. Seriously. Free stocks? Yes, please. And finally, if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Let's get back to it.
Cathie, so let's stay on the auto sector. Of course, one of your top holdings in your funds is Tesla, and it's been a long time holding for you. Given the chip shortage that we have seen, are you concerned about Tesla missing any delivery estimates this year?
Well, if we're right on what's going on with the gas-powered vehicle sales, I think that auto manufacturers are going to be cutting back, and that will free up some of the chip supply that might have gone to gas-powered vehicles for the electric vehicle manufacturers, who are growing dramatically here. So I've been amazed at the way that Elon Musk and team have been able to work around the chip shortage, because it's not just the most sophisticated chips, it's microcontrollers. So they've been their ingenuity has been at work in terms of substitution. We know it's a scramble, but if we're right on what's going on with the traditional auto sector, the gas-powered part of the market, some of that chip supply will free up for the electric vehicle manufacturers.
This is a really interesting thought here from Cathie Wood. In my opinion, what's going on right now with the global chip shortage, it's masking some of the potential pullback in total volumes of vehicles being sold today by internal combustion engine manufacturers, legacy automotive. There's a lot of automakers now that are slashing their production either of certain vehicles or total production by 10, 20, 30+% due to the quote chip shortage. Now, I think that this is a valid excuse, but I don't think it's painting the full picture. My prediction is that there's 2 things going on at the same time here, which is going to confuse the data a little bit. But here's what I think is going to play out. Over the next year and a half, maybe even 2 years, automotive manufacturers who thought they were just pulling back production because of the chip shortage will find that they can't ramp it up to the same levels they expected, because people don't want to buy their internal combustion engine vehicles anymore, because more and more consumers are becoming aware of electric vehicles, doing some homework and realizing they'd have to be a literal moron to buy an ICE vehicle, when at that point in time, a couple of years into the future, they can literally buy an EV for a cheaper sticker price, never mind the fact that it has much lower total cost of ownership, far less maintenance, blah, 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 blah. Now, yes, as I've said in the past, there are a large number of consumers out in the marketplace who are absolute morons, and this is why advertising works. But with each successive day that passes into the future, more and more consumers will either hear from a neighbor, a friend, a family member, what a great deal their electric vehicle was, how cheap it is, and the fact that the only maintenance they've done over the past 2 years was replacing the wiper fluid. We're over on Twitter now, checking out a tweet from JPR007. I think that this can visually illustrate the concept that I'm getting at here. What we're looking at in black here is internal combustion engine vehicle sales, actual sales, and we can see they're already starting to trend down. In the dark grey here, we've got projected internal combustion engine vehicle sales. And now on top of that, we've got battery electric vehicle sales projected. And we can see here in the quote, valley of death, there's a huge discrepancy, a huge shortfall, a huge reduction in the total number of vehicles being produced in the middle of this decade because less and less customers are purchasing ICE vehicles. They're basically going to zero before the decade is over, and automotive manufacturers aren't able to completely compensate and massively ramp up their electric vehicle production. Now, I don't know how things play out, but this is the kind of concept that I'm talking about here. We're going to see a reduction here where automakers think, oh, well, we can't make the vehicles because we don't have the chips, so better not make the vehicles then. And they're not really going to realize that they're marching blindly into this valley of death until they try to start ramping up their ICE vehicle production again and realize that no one wants to buy them because no one's that dumb.
Cathie, when you originally came out with your prediction on Tesla, I believe it was a $7,000 price target. Really, GM, Ford, Toyota, they weren't doing much in the electric vehicle space, but now that they are.
Now, I hate to nitpick here, but I can't let this one slide. We heard there from the anchor suggesting that in the past, when ARK's original Tesla stock price target came out, Ford and GM weren't doing much in the electric vehicle space, but now that they are, I'm sorry to rain on your parade, my friend, but Ford and GM aren't doing anything yet except a whole lot of talking. Now, hopefully, this will change, but people seem very easily confused. When a company says they're going to do something, suddenly people think they're actually doing something. This isn't how it works. You have to execute first. You have to do something before you're given credit with actually doing something in the electric vehicle space. And a company that's making 1, 2, 3, 5, 10% of their total vehicle volume electric doesn't matter, doesn't even count. The first major milestone is more than 50% of their total vehicle production being electric, and the obvious later milestone is 100%. Until those two milestones, we're not even having this conversation. It's a waste of time because it's all talk and no walk.
I mean, look, Ford's electric pickup looked pretty cool to me. How does that impact the longer term growth profile of a company like Tesla?
Well, I think it validates it. According to our estimates, based on Wright's law, which we can get into if you'd like, it's a relative of Moore's law. We believe that electric vehicle sales will shoot up from 2.2 million units last year. Looks like there'll be 3.6 or 3.8 this year to 40 million in 2025.
Now, this is an extremely bullish prediction. Let's see how this compares to my own estimates. Here we are checking out my base case for Tesla production all the way out until 2031. I have Tesla producing just under 6 million electric vehicles in 2025. And for context, in my bull case, I have Tesla producing almost 7 million electric vehicles in 2025. Now, I know to some of you this sounds completely batshit insane. Others, maybe not so crazy. Let's see what that would be as a total percentage of electric vehicles produced in 2025 based on ARK's estimates. Very simple math to do here. 6 million vehicles in the base case, over 40 million electric vehicles in total in 2025 would mean Tesla had about a 15% market share. Now, in the bull case for production, 7 million electric vehicles, over 40 million electric vehicles in total in 2025, around 17.5% total market share of electric vehicles. Well, fancy fucking that. Tesla, with a market share today of around 18, 19, 20% of the global electric vehicle market, right on track to maintain that market share based on my projections all the way out to the middle of this decade, in line with ARK's estimates of about 40 million electric vehicles being sold in 2025. This is a total coincidence. I haven't been reverse engineering my predictions to line up with ARK Invest. It just turns out we're thinking the same and we're drawing very similar conclusions. As
electric vehicle prices drop below gas-powered car prices on a like-for-like basis. And our concern about that 40 million number was that other auto manufacturers were not responding rapidly enough. Now what has happened is China, with a big focus on the environment, is subsidizing electric vehicles aggressively. And the supply, therefore, is starting to shift up. So no, we think this is good news. It's validating this massive move from the internal combustion engine and gas-powered cars. We sold 80 to 90 million of them in the last few years per year, to electric, which has as I said, is at such a low base right now, 2.2 last year, maybe 3.6 or 3.8 this year, all the way to 40 million. I think it just tells us that the exponential growth trajectory is in place, and given the way China is subsidizing, we could be conservative.
So just in case you missed it there, Cathie Wood suggesting that ARK Invest estimates of 40 million electric vehicles sold 4 years from now in 2025. Today it's around 2 point something million. 40 million 4 years from now could be conservative. I'll give you guys a moment to let that one sink in.
Wow, interesting there. And just staying on that, Cathie, it's been an impressive year for Tesla. Several quarters of profits, U.S. business humming along, doing good business in China. To your point, I mean, do you see Tesla's fair value above 7,000, just given the year that they have had?
So that original number was on the old stock. We've had a 5-for-1 split. So our new number, our base case for Tesla with this on the split stock is 3,000. The stock right now is a little over 700. On the old basis, that would be 15,000.
Poor Enko kind of forgot or didn't know that original price target was pre-Tesla stock split. But just imagine, guys, for a moment, if ARK Invest had originally come out a few years ago with a $15,000 base case for Tesla stock pre-split. Just imagine how much more people would have laughed them out of the room and laughed them off the internet until they were right. Just in case you suck at math, ARK Invest price target for Tesla stock suggests about a 4.2 times increase from where we are today. Just imagine for a moment in a hypothetical scenario in which ARK Invest are actually right. That's a crazy idea, isn't it? How much would your Tesla stock be worth if it more than quadruples in value from what it's at today?
So what that tells you is our estimate for Tesla's success has gone up. And the main reason for that is their market share, instead of going down from year-end 2017 to today, has actually gone up fairly dramatically around the world.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Well, only about 90% of you. If you're among the 10% who didn't like this last time, that's why it's at the end of the video. You can go now. And for everybody else, I present comments from the haters.
Thinking of unsubscribing purely because of the endless ads in these videos.
Now, I totally empathize with this hater. There's plenty of ads in these videos because I can. Now, the only time I get these complaints, of course, is from people who are either too dumb to realize that their time is valuable and spending a few bucks per month for YouTube Premium to no longer see ads is a smart investment, or people who probably should be spending less energy and effort complaining and more energy and effort improving themselves, personally developing and becoming more valuable to the marketplace so they can afford a few dollars a month to not have to see these ads. But allow me, dear hater, to help push you over the line and help assist you in making this decision of unsubscribing once and for all. Insert obnoxious ad. Bye.
Where is the button for 100 thumbs down? Stop acting like a child.
I think you'll find that there's a like button, then the dislike button, then next to that, the thanks button with the heart and the dollar sign. You can make a donation of your choosing to tell me how much you hated this video, and that will definitely tell YouTube not to recommend it to anyone else watching. You do awesome research and add creative perspectives.
Oh, thanks, man. But you truly annoy me by calling people douchebags, adult virgins, and basement dwellers, etc. Please call it. You are definitely not gaining viewership by being so consenting.
I guess it would be a little bit consenting to point out the misuse of the... Yeah, let's not even go there. Thank you so much for your feedback. I appreciate it.
The comments reaction was total bullshit. Stop this shit. All you imagination about that could be commenting is the way to show your stupidity. Sorry to say that. Wow, I earn, believe me, way more than average person, and I still can remove the video of YouTube, but I am terribly annoyed by your adverts in the beginning of every video. Soon, amount of that crap will be longer than the videos themselves. Triple parentheses. Don't be that greedy and value the time of other people too. Be different. That was your advantage compared to other channels. Now, every idiot with IQ of a shrimp
Actually, I like that.
Places same adverts in their video. Rather, sign of low IQ. Be creative. Don't collect that annoying common crap.
Oh my god. The bottom 0.01%. Let's move on. And one final comment from the haters here, continuing the theme of people being a little bit butthurt about the number of ads that I put in my videos. And of course, I'll stretch this out as long as I possibly can, just to make sure I can stick one more final ad in this video before it's over, just because I can't help but poke the bear. So this comment from the hater begins with a quote of me from my last video talking about the haters explaining why I have a quote obnoxious amount of advertising. The answer being, because I can.
My method of dealing with this is to immediately downvote the vid, watch the intro, tap ahead through adverts, finish watching by 33% point, read comments while listening to audio to midpoint. SMR is usually finished with any relevant point by the 25% mark, but may have an interesting follow-up thought. Usually, he devolves into sophomoric mockery. It has long since become irrelevant.
So irrelevant that our good friend continues to watch my videos just so he or she can downvote them and leave a comment. Curious.
Amazing though, there's a larger market for this than for Tesla Daily. The market is open, ticker symbol U, Dr. Know-It-All, etc.
So this is kind of like shaking your fist at the weather, like complaining because of the way things are. It is what it is. People enjoy watching this content, by the way. Tesla Daily, great channel. The market is open, some great content there as well. Ticker symbol U, also some great content there. And I've never seen Dr. Know-It-All, so can't comment on that channel. But you should go watch all those channels. They're fantastic. And they definitely have a far less obnoxious number of ads. Actually, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I value my time. I'm not an idiot. I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't actually see any ads. Hang on a minute. I'm forgetting something. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, that's right. Another obnoxious ad. Now, I'm not just here to entertain, but also to inform. And so I'm going to give you guys some very valuable insight into how YouTube works, given that this hater, and by the way, there's a bunch of them, subscribe, notifications, as soon as video goes live, downvote, 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 then a mean comment as well. But I just want to give these guys and girls some insight into the way that the YouTube algorithm works. So if you interact with a video very soon after you begin watching, on YouTube's backend, they don't actually care if you like or dislike a video. If you engage with the video by hitting one of those buttons, it's literally equivalent. This is why videos with lots of downvotes can still get a lot of views. YouTube literally doesn't care. So if you interact very rapidly with the video, that's actually a signal to YouTube that there's something either controversial or really great about this video and they should show it to more people. So immediately downvoting a video, if you're a hater, is actually helping my channel and helping that video be seen by more people. And if in addition to that, you also decide to leave a comment at any point during watching the video as well, that's another massive signal to YouTube that people are engaging with this. They're taking the time out of their day to literally leave a comment on the video. It must be worth discussing. Let's show this video to even more people. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is a massive and sincere thank you from the bottom of my overly monetizing heart to the haters, especially the notification gang who immediately get on those videos, downvote, 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 and those of you who leave the mean comments below. Please don't stop. You're helping the channel to grow, you're helping these shitty, overly monetized videos to reach even more viewers, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much, sincerely, I really mean it. Plus, how am I going to monetize these videos even more if I don't do comments from the haters now and then? So please, keep the mean comments coming. I know you will. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card where you can earn 1.5% Bitcoin back on every purchase. There's a link in the description. You can also earn up to $250 in crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, also linked below. And finally, don't forget your free stocks with WeBull and Stake, also linked in the description. These great offers also help out the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.